welcome to my channel. I'm Anna. I run an Etsy shop where I sell stationery including stickers aimed at planners and journals and various other art related items. If you're a stationery addict like me, don't forget to subscribe and welcome to my channel. Hello YouTube and welcome back to my craft room / office. This is a very unplanned craft room tour. I only did one last year, which you'll be able to see on my channel. The office looks quite different now, and I did not plan on renovating this room this year. You can see me pointing around now because I'm doing a voiceover because the sound quality on the original video was terrible. So I'm going to attempt to make this voiceover make sense. But yeah, right now I'm explaining where the leak in my roof was, which caused this impromptu renovation. Yeah, my office was very wet and I thought, well, if we're having to take the ceiling down and repair everything, I may as well gut the room, redecorate, reorganise, and it's turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. It's so much cleaner. I had a real good think about where I wanted to put everything, what would be the most efficient place, most productive place to put everything. Now that I've run the shop for a bit longer, I had a better idea of what I used more often and where to put things. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now and just explain to you what changed and why I changed it and why moving certain things has made such a big difference. I'm also waiting for my past self to move over to the right, but apparently I stood in the doorway and talked for a really long time. But yeah, the first thing you can probably see is that my computer is now off to the right. That was the biggest change I wanted to make, but oh, here we go. Anyway, so here's the shelves. I already had these shelves. These haven't changed. All I've done is repaint them and reorganize them. Originally, they were just covered in stuff that I never used. I mean, they still are, basically, but they're a lot cleaner. I've also added a spot for my packaging, which you can see on the right there. One of the biggest problems I had was that I was storing my packaging underneath a desk, all in the original boxes that it arrived in, and then I was getting to the boxes and finding that I was using the last envelope without realising. But yeah, now I have all my packaging out where I can see it. I have a better kind of knowledge of what is running out, what do I need to order, and it's been a while actually since I recorded this video. And it has worked so much better, just being able to see everything and see it going down and knowing when I need to order things is great. Highly recommend having your stuff out in the open where you can see it, if you're like me and you're not regularly checking. But yeah, this bookcase is exactly the same as it was before. I just switched it. Originally it was on the left hand side of the room, but I swapped it with the drawer cabinet. But yeah, the guillotine hasn't moved either. That stays kind of at the end of the room where I can come use it because it's very heavy and very chunky, and there's no need for it to be any closer because I don't use it that often. My heater is still under the desk. I think in this section of the video I was explaining that I had moved everything that I was storing under the desks into actual proper places because it was really annoying having stuff under the desks. Yeah, my old childhood posters are still up, still going. That's the monitor that I use for my admin job. I don't use that for the shop, so that just stays there until I need it. This chest of drawers is brilliant. I moved it over to the other side next to the printer because it's the perfect size for my C3 envelopes and my A3 paper. So they live next to each other, right next to the printer, which I'm about to show you now. And yeah, I just found it really difficult trying to find somewhere big enough to store A3 paper that would keep it flat and not bunch it up. And these drawers seemed perfect. This bottom drawer here is actually just got all my craft theme bits in. I have actually since taken all of that out and replaced it, and it is now my kind of like gift wrapping storage drawer. But yeah. The printer is still in the same place. All I've done is add this cork mat underneath it from IKEA. As you can see, it has spots of ink on it because when I fill it up, clearly I'm very messy. This wall is just a wall of artwork, bits from me, bits from other people, bits from my children, just something to clear up that blank wall. I can currently see my cat staring at me through the window. I think she wants me to let her in, but she's just going to have to wait a moment. These racks under the desk are really helpful. I've got some packaging in there. Like I said, just being able to see it is just so much more helpful because clearly I'm just not very organised. This Cricut table is the best thing that I added. Originally I had my Cricuts side by side, and as you can see they are quite big and they take up a lot of room, so my dad constructed this little shelf for me. It's literally just 3 pieces of melamine like furniture panel that I had left over in the garage, and now my Cricuts can sit on top of each other. They've got like this little plastic mat underneath so I can slide them out when I'm ready to use them. I've been using them for the last like couple of months now like this, and it works brilliant. I also added these 2 little shelf things from IKEA. I was using them before, but I was using them so badly. Now they are literally only storage for paper. All my paper is labelled, and again I can see what is running out. And it is just so much better having everything all in one place next to the printer. Everything is labelled. I used my label maker obsessively throughout this whole process because I just wanted it to be so organised and simple. As you can see, I've also got some bits hung up on the walls just to save space. I bought a pack of like screw-in hooks from Amazon in different sizes, and the walls of my office building are actually made of chipboard, so I was just able to screw those in and hang things up when I want. This is me showing you that plastic thing. You can just literally pull them in and out when and where I need to use them, because during the week I use this office for my admin job, and then Friday and Saturday I use it for running the shop. So it's nice to just be able to push things away for admin time and then pull it all back out again, ready for crafting. But yeah, I think here I'm just showing you where I'm putting things. So on the left I've just got a box there for storing my ink. I've got my tools and some pens for the Cricut in those tubs, and that's my laminator there. I keep my Cricut mats on a hook. I always forget to keep the plastic bit. It's terrible. You really should do that. Those are just some little boxes that I keep like little niff-naffy like crafting bits in that I don't use very often, but I want to keep because I might use it at some point. And then that little tub that I'm pointing at now has got the rest of my little things for my admin job. In the middle of that shelf there where that green bottle is, that's where I keep all my children's like school stuff that they've made for me. These 2 shelves were originally in the office, but they were on the sides. I just moved them to the back, and then my sister gave me these 2 smaller shelves that she was getting rid of, and I added those underneath just for a bit more storage, and to fill up wall space because I absolutely hate blank walls. That is a picture of my dog. He passed away last year, and that canvas used to be in my mum and dad's house because that's where he lived after I'd had children. Just because he didn't cope with it very well, and it was much better for him to go and stay with them, and he loved it. He absolutely loved being there. His ashes are there now, but yeah, Dad let me have the canvas for my office, which was nice because I took that photo of him as well. That little cabinet that I'm pointing at, that was originally in the office as well. This is my point. Like, I had so much stuff in the office, so many good little storage things that were just being badly used, and I just completely reorganised all of them, and now it just works so much better. I have so much more space that I didn't have before, even though I had all the stuff to organise it to begin with. But this is my very old LaserJet printer that my dad gave me a very long time ago. I think that printer is about 20 years old now, but all I use it for is for postage labels. That is an old TV from my daughter's room. I think it has a DVD player built in, but it doesn't work, so now I just use it as a monitor. This little shelf thing from IKEA, this was also in the office, but again, it was being badly used. But now I kind of just use it for decorative stuff because I've reorganised the office so well. I don't really need it other than for little stationery bits. So I've got like post-it notes and stuff in it. And I think here I'm explaining the shift, which I was going to mention earlier, because my laptop used to be in the centre there, and I hated just staring at the wall. I wanted more light, so I had my dad add this kind of like right angle thing, and then we joined the desks together and supported them and took the leg off and created like a corner desk, which is brilliant because now I've got all that space from the front to the back. I've got light on my right hand side, but I also have all this space on the right hand side and on the left hand side that I didn't have before, because originally my Cricuts were taking up loads of room, but now I've just got so much more space. I've got this cool little like magnetic whiteboard that I can stick things to next to me. I've got my IKEA lamp, my calendar. I've got just loads of other little bits, and I organised all my cables, which was brilliant. They are now all plugged into that kind of like USB hub that you can see there underneath the chalkboard. But yeah, it's all super organised. There's my pencil lamp that you can see on the shelf there, and the little Professor McGonagall that my mum crocheted for me. This letter rack that I'm pointing at now I've had for years. It's really helpful. The labels on it are completely irrelevant. I literally just use it to store all my notebooks and journals and stuff. Up there at the top of the shelf I just have bits that I don't really need. Like I had a tub up there of like old greetings cards and stuff like that, just stuff that I want to keep that I don't want to throw away. I just put up there. But yeah, this shift into the corner has been just the best move ever, because I love having so much more light. I don't feel like I'm staring at a wall. I can look out the window. And if you can see that thing under my desk there, that is my new under desk bike. I think I do show it to you at some point, but I've actually been using that today. I've been at work, normal work today, and I did about an hour just cycling while I was on the phone to people and just doing bits and bobs, and it's just so good. It's really helped my back. My legs don't get as fidgety sitting in the chair for 8 hours. I don't feel like I've just kind of sat still like a couch potato all day. But yeah, highly recommend. I don't think it was very expensive. I think it was about £20 off Amazon. It's not a particularly like fancy one, but it does record like how many reps you've done, how many calories you've burnt, how long you've been doing it for, which is quite helpful. I don't really care, to be honest. I just kind of sit there and go for it until I get bored. But yeah, this desk here has got the vinyl on it. This is the one that I use for recording videos if they're in like a top view position. The white desks just didn't really work because they didn't provide enough contrast between what I was doing, and the wood just looks nicer as a background as well. It's a bit more interesting. At the moment I can't really record any videos using my iPad, which is really sad because I just started my art club channel, and but my iPad screen that is smashed. It's usable, but it doesn't look good on camera, having, you know, big cracks through the middle. I originally only had 2 cracks in it, and then my son decided to use my iPad as a stepping stone in a game of Floor is Lava. Now I have about 20 cracks. But it's fine. It's fine. Kids will be kids, right? But yeah, there's my new office. I've still got a couple of bits I need to add to it. I do miss my fairy lights, actually. I need to get those back out and add them on. I'm showing you now where they used to be. At some point here at the end of the video as well, I'm stood in front of the door and my dad comes in and knocks me over, which was another reason why I wanted to record. Oh, there we go. Another reason why I wanted to record a voiceover. But yeah, he didn't realise I was making a video, opened the door and just completely knocked me flying, but never mind. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you've enjoyed my somewhat organisational tips. Definitely recommend having your computer desk somewhere where you don't get glare on your screen, but you do get sunlight. Oh, that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye!